How do you feel about buying land that physically doesn't exist? Well, if you think that's crazy, then you're in for a shock because they're actually a thing. And they exist in a cluster of virtual reality worlds known as the Metaverse. The Metaverse and all its related concepts have been of interest to many gamers for a while. If you ever played the Fortnite game or watched the movie Ready Player One, then you know what I'm talking about. Interestingly, interest in the Metaverse increased doublefold when Facebook CEOs and co-founder Mark Zuckerberg announced plans for his new Meta project. Similarly, investors have joined in on the Metaverse frenzy. They are investing their monies heavily in various Metaverse projects they can find their hands on, including lands known simply as Metaverse lands. In this video, we will tell you about the top 7 Metaverse lands to invest in that might make it all make sense. Stay tuned. Number 7. Somnium Space. The 7th best Metaverse land project on our list is on Somnium Space. Now, it is important to note that Somnium Space in general goes beyond the land. It is a virtual reality world where users can purchase homes, buildings, and lands, as well as game assets of interest. So if players want to have their own independent world on the Somnium Space digital platform, they must first buy a land, which is similar to most Metaverse land projects in this video. Furthermore, Somnium Space potential land buyers must also have an Ethereum wallet, which is Somnium's primary blockchain tech. With the Ethereum wallet, buyers can then perform transactions on the OpenSea marketplace with ETH, Cube Somnium Spaces, exclusive currency, and other general Metaverse NFTs. For the uninitiated, think of NFTs as anything that is exclusively in your name and cannot be duplicated, like the land in real life. Therefore, there's no litigation. And NFT stands for non-fungible token, in case you were wondering. So what makes the Somnium Space land parcels a great choice? Well, it is one of the best-selling digital land selling platforms on the Metaverse, selling a total of $16,870,014 as of December last year, and you can bet it'd have increased by now. We'll look at all the 6 other digital lands in this video soon enough, but before then, kindly subscribe to this channel for all the latest in the world of crypto. You don't want to miss a thing because there's an awful lot to learn. Number 6. CryptoVoxels. CryptoVoxels is another virtual world powered by the Ethereum blockchain where players can also buy and sell land. However, players can also build art galleries and stores. Isn't that cool? Here's what's even cooler. CryptoVoxels has all the editing tools plus the avatars and the text chat you'll need to be built in their virtual world, so you don't really have to buy, except you want to create an avatar yourself. Additionally, what makes CryptoVoxels land tokens desirable is that every CryptoVoxels land has special coordinates that can be located on the CryptoVoxels map. And so the value of a CryptoVoxel land is determined by proximity to the best roads or which land is in the center, just like how physical land is valued in real life. Also, CryptoVoxels have sold quite impressively over the past year. According to nonfungible.com, the all-time sales volume stands at $25,182,517. Pretty impressive. Currently, the average floor price is also at 1.697 ETH or $2,376. Number 5. Avagachi. Next on our list is Avagachi. On December 2, 2021, Avagachi auctioned their second batch of land parcels to all potential buyers. In all, 10,000 parcels went out between December 2 and December 15, including 3,000 parcels as gifts for raffle winners. The figures haven't been released yet, but we're betting it was a resounding success, just like the first auction. If you didn't know, the first Avagachi land sale happened in October 2021, and a whopping 100% was recorded. Now, you must be rubbing your hands if you're thinking of investing. Well, here's more reason to drool. Another $2.3 million was rewarded to participants in the auction, so there you go. Further, Gotchiverse parcels come in 3 sizes, all located in the stronghold of the Avagotchis known as the Citadel. There is the humble size, the reasonably sized, and the spacious. The bigger the size, the more the deposits of Alchemica. which are the tokens you'll need to have in order to craft Gotchiverse NFT like reservoirs, defense towers, and many more. Get into the comments and tell us whether Gotchiverse sounds like the most interesting Metaverse land project we've mentioned so far in the video. Hang tight and keep checking Gotchiverse.io for the next Avagachi land auction. Number 4. BitCountry. Now imagine having the opportunity to create your own entire Metaverse from scratch and have the opportunity to earn money while at it. Yeah, that's what BitCountry offers you. You don't just own NFT galleries, but you also make your own rules, your own token, and your own mode of governance. Additionally, you can earn money from your own 3D world in the games, maps, and other things you create. When it comes to land, the best news about BitCountry is that you only need one land block to start creating your metaverse at a relatively cheap fee. You can divide that single land block into 100 units to create an estate as well, which is pretty cool if you ask BitCountry investors. Talking about investors, well, there is a Bitcoin crash currently happening, and BTC investors are not enjoying it. We have a video on this channel titled Bitcoin Crash Not Over. What successful traders know from Bitcoin crash history. Go ahead and give it a watch. Number 3. The Sandbox. Moving on to number 3 on the list is the best-selling Metaverse land selling project out there. I'm talking about the Sandbox. Established in 2017, the Sandbox is another of the virtual gaming worlds operating on the Ethereum blockchain. A single land on the Sandbox is about 96 meters in width and length and can be used for absolutely anything. Notably, landowners can populate their lands with all types of games and assets in the Sandbox. Additionally, landowners can also be involved in the governance of the Sandbox metaverse they create, which is always an added attraction for potential land buyers. The Sandbox land comes in regular and premium. I probably do not have to explain the difference between the two, do I? Cast your mind to the tickets you buy for the cinema. A regular ticket probably gives you a seat somewhere in the middle. On the other hand, a premium ticket means you are seated in the best seats with more popcorns and binoculars, maybe. That was just by the way, but seriously, the Sandbox Premium Land gives you access to more traffic from other players, which consequently means more monetization opportunities. And who doesn't want that? Here's a fun fact. Someone actually paid Snoop Dogg $450,000 just to be his neighbor. Yeah, it's serious business. Number 2. Decentraland. Hold on, I forgot to mention that the Sandbox sold a record $257,308,101 in land sale volume as of early December last year. Well, lying in second on the list is Decentraland, which sold $100,499,665, according to nonfungible.com. However, what makes Decentraland lands arguably more unique is that purchased land can be further organized into communities known as districts, which can be owned by single or multiple landowners. Decentraland started with about 90,000 land units, but they were all sold out during the first Decentraland auction. Also, another point to note is that the highest sale Decentraland has made came at a staggering $2.43 million. The Metaverse Group was responsible for this purchase. It may sound risky, all right, but Metaverse Group say they intend to develop fashion shows within Decentraland. Well, if the idea of digital fashion shows has gotten you excited, drop us a like. I'm sure this video has gotten you excited as well. Number 1. Axi Infinity. The number 1 Metaverse land you might want to invest in is an Axi Infinity land. The statistics say that it is just a few dollars above the average price for a home in Manhattan, which means it's not that outrageous like many of the other lands we've mentioned. And the thing about Axi Infinity Land is that it is historically one of the foremost digital land ecosystems. For that, it has a lot of respect from top Metaverse land investors. Axi Infinity lands come in 4 broad categories: common, rare, epic, and mystic. Each of these levels comes with increased aesthetics and other characteristics. Axi Infinity also has 7 different land types, from the Savannah, Forest, Mystic, Genesis, Arctic, and 2 others. These lands can also be sold and rented out whenever the owner wants. For the average individual, the idea of lands in a digital world may take a while to sink in. Still, for an investor, there is no better opportunity to invest in this sector than now, because all the signs point out that it is the next big money-making venture. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for all the latest in the metaverse, including NFTs, crypto, and all of that. I hope you enjoy this video. See you next time.